We interrupt all of this apartment hype to go on a proper adventure. A couple weeks ago, James, say hi.
Ah!
This wasn't a normal trip. We had an actual task. We were scouting a location for a company. They were doing a photo shoot. We weren't part of the photo shoot. We were part of the scouting team. It was really, really fun. It's one of our favorite locations. I don't know about you, James. It's one of my favorite locations. Yeah. It was a pretty okay location. I almost lost a drone there. That's the story that we're sharing today. So, without further ado, enjoy the video.
This place is pretty nuts. This is similar to, gosh, it's so hard to name a favorite place in Utah. This is similar to one of my favorite places in Utah, which is Dead Horse Point in Moab. It has a similar type of overlook. I love places like this that open up and go down and turn into canyons. It blows my mind. These places are like a big scar in the world with a river running through the middle of them. I'm gonna go down to a cliff down there that will give me a nice view and a nice fall if I'm not careful, so I'm not gonna fall. Now while I'm on my way down here, me and Christina found an interesting trick for exercising Cooper when on a rural, that's a hard word to say, dirt road where there are no other cars. We will take our car and we will drive it, and Cooper will chase after the car. We don't want to make him feel like he's going to end up in a desert puppy orphanage, some sort of Toy Story type experience, because we were leaving. Oh my gosh, that's a snake. I'm gonna go this way. Cooper, there's a snake. Be careful, buddy. Where'd he go? He had a little head, I think, so I don't think he's poisonous. I'm gonna go this way. Snakes are, you so rarely come across them just on, you know, daily life, even in exploring times, that you forget that they exist and that they're out here. So, and especially a poisonous one would not be fun to come across. I'm gonna keep my eyes down. So, when we were on the way here, we took great care to make sure Cooper knew that we weren't going to abandon him on the side of the road, but that we were just trying to get some exercise for him. And it was an amazing experience because it's very hard to get Cooper to give Cooper a really nice run that does not stop. It's a marathon. We want a marathon for him. If we could put him on a treadmill, put a piece of steak at the end of that treadmill, and have him run for 3 hours straight every day, that would be perfect. But we can't. But we do have a car. Christina, I saw a snake. It scared the crap out of me. They blend in with the environment. It really makes things difficult. He didn't have a big head, so he wasn't poisonous.
Was he big?
He was long.
That's a negative for me, Bobby.
He was cute, but when you come across them and you don't expect to, it's a little bit unnerving. So I went the opposite direction. Christina and I stopped to take a break, have some lunch. She's working on a couple of photos that she's sending out. Cooper's pouty because he hears another dog.
We're gonna do story time. The reason that we're stopping to upload these is because this situation's pretty interesting. The company that we're working with has a shoot on Monday. The area that they wanted to shoot has snow, which is a problem because it's not the kind of shoot that they were wanting. So they sent us out to the desert. We are shooting photos. I'm sending it to them real quick. That way they can start to have an idea and brainstorm since it's such short notice. But I want to do a story time. I want to tell a story. I can't say anything. Come friends. A couple of months ago, I actually came here for the first time with my friend Katie. I camped in my car for the first time. It was amazing, but something amazing didn't happen and I almost lost my drone. I always get on to James about reckless flying because he can be pretty risque when it comes to how close he is to certain things.
I'll have you know, I've never crashed the drone or even gotten remotely close to crashing the drone, but she doesn't trust me.
Yeah. Do you remember this story?
What's that about?
Do you remember it?
You like flew it into the wall or something, right?
No, nothing like that.
And you lost connection and started having an aneurysm and like freaking out in the middle of the canyon.
Nothing like that.
Oh.
Wow, you really don't know the story.
You caught, eagle attacked it?
Nope. I was flying the drone. I think I still maybe have this footage. It was sundown-ish. The sun was starting to set, so I wanted to get the shot. Mind you, I'm hanging out with people that I've just met from Instagram, so I'm trying to be, you know, not an idiot. Story of my life. And it was windy most of the day, but when I decided to take the drone up, it was during a calm moment, so I was pretty stoked. Okay, it's not windy, let's fly the drone. While I was flying the drone though, the wind decided to pick up, and right now, here, let's go to the edge. Okay. So an interesting thing about this area is we are at the top of some kind of plateau, and this is a canyon. Hello, canyon. Well, when there aren't any trees or canyon walls to block the wind gusts to hurricane force winds. That's not based on any fact, I'm just making that up, but it felt like it. It was really, really windy. So I'm flying the drone way far away, wind starts to pick up, I get a battery alert. Okay, that's not good. I'm going to fly the drone back. Very simple. Well, what I didn't take into consideration was I was flying into a headwind. For all you aviation non-nerds, a headwind is when the wind is coming towards your head.
And there were bees in it.
There were no bees, but...
I'm really not remembering this correctly.
You're not at all. But the issue that I started really running into is the fact that I was number one at low battery, which typically low battery on our drone is like 30%. And then number two, I'm flying into a headwind. Those two things together made the drone work really, really hard. And when the drone works really hard, it like churns through the battery. And somewhere in this canyon, the drone says, super low battery, returning to home. I was like, okay, that's not good. But I let it return to home and it started coming towards me, which is great. But another issue arose. The battery went from like 30% to like 5% very quickly in the middle of the canyon, and it said, battery critically low, landing now. It wasn't a good situation because landing now means that it would fall down there. Down. It was very stressful. My heart was shaking, my hands were shaking, there were people around me, these new friends that I met. I felt like such an idiot, but I went from a jog to a sprint to a holy crap, and I hear the drone, which is good. I see the little drone lights, I take back control over it. It was really dramatic, and I'm not exaggerating. It was a very dramatic situation. I thought that I was gonna lose a $1,000 device, and it was somewhere in this area that I got it. It was in the sky, and I caught it, and I turned it upside down, and I was like, holy crap, I have a drone still. There really was no moral to this story. I didn't do anything wrong. It was just a bad situation. So, if I could give anybody an advice, it would be, don't crash your drone. Is that good advice?
Wise. It's very wise. Very straightforward.
Very straightforward advice.
You know, sometimes the most meaningful words and the most helpful words are the simplest one.
Yeah.
Don't die.
Don't die. There's a guy on a horse and a dog. This place is awesome. I want to be part of that. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. James, get me a horse immediately.
Christina is so incredibly excited about the horse. She was absolutely obsessed a second ago. The horse and the dog over there. Looks like a nice guy. Herding his cattle. Got a nice dog over there.
That was so great.
Your excitement was shining through over there. You were you were so no. I'm saying earlier when we were back in the field and you first saw the dog and the horse, you were like, it's a dog and a horse.
Yeah, that's like my freaking life dream. That was so cool.
Well, I'm glad you got to pet his horse.
I didn't get to pet his horse. She was a little bit spooky.
Oh.
But you know, she could be spooky because she was doing her job. She's a
Good job,
workhorse.
yeah. That's all.
I want to be friends with him so I could do all of that.
You should find some people in Salt Lake City who round up cows and you can go do it every Friday. That could be your extracurricular activity.
That would be a dream. You guys know people who...
I mean, I see how freaking happy you would be.
Yeah, man, even if it's cold. You guys know people who like herd cows and stuff? You're making fun of me. I'm gonna go on a cow drive.
We're gonna send some letters through the U.S. Postal Service.
Oh, man. Okay, let's go.
Cooper's eating one of the cow legs. Just kidding, that's not a cow leg. I think it's like a femur of some sort, human, I don't know. We got it at Target. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new around here, subscribe, leave your, what did I say? Comments and thoughts down below.
Leave your credit card information down below.
Leave your credit card information down below. Appreciate that. I'm gonna go get all sorts of things for this new apartment. But this video is not about the apartment. This video is about a big canyon and some horses and some cows and some dogs. But I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, wherever you are. Goodbye.